So Kanye West has reemerged and is talking about his self-declared death and is talking about his wife, ex-wife, Kim Kardashian, in his speech at the BET Awards. Welcome back to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, your #1 source for pop culture news and music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. So last night, with a long list of other things that were the BET Awards. And Taraji, from what I saw, I didn't get to watch the entire award show. I did see the performances, and I did see Taraji P. Henson open up. Taraji is just a multi-talented woman. I'm excited to see what she does with The Color Purple and some other things that she's working on. But we haven't forgot about what you said about Emmett Till and comparing the whole situation to Jussie Smollett. It wasn't that long ago, guys. I can't forget that quickly. Along with that, of course, there were some amazing performances and there was a tribute to Diddy. But before we get to the tribute, we reported on Brandy, clapping back at Jack Harlow for not knowing that she and Ray J are siblings, and not knowing about her legacy and her music, blah, 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 blah. And all of you got in your feelings. But I said on Twitter, after all this happened, after I reported on this, I said, watch these two collaborate. So in the back and forth between Brandy and Jack Harlow, Brandy had said, I could rap this dude. I don't remember exactly what she said, but you remember what she said. She basically said that she would rap better than him in her 40s and then sing his ass to sleep. Well, she ended up releasing her own diss track over his song. And I told you, watch these two collaborate. Watch these two collaborate in an official remix. Well, it happened. In a surprise appearance on last night's BET Awards, Brandy came out and rapped her verse. She looked amazing. And she sang his ass to sleep too because she was singing on the hook. It was a nice surprise. There were a few surprises at the BET Awards last night, and I want to know, you guys, in the comment section. We'll have that conversation. Who do you think had the best performance? But back to this. So the real reason that we're here. So Kanye West made a surprise appearance in tribute to his friend, Diddy. Diddy was receiving a Lifetime Achievement Award. Sidebar, before we get into that, all right, we're going to do a couple of sidebars. I had the thought to myself, as you know, Diddy has started a new record label strictly for R&B. But Diddy has had, the Bad Boy Records. He launched the careers of so many incredible rappers, singers, groups. And then I said to myself the other day, yes, he's an incredible talent. But of all those people that he launched, where are they today? I couldn't think of one person that's still actively here.
You feel betrayed. You know what? I feel betrayed.
That is still iconic. I don't even count Mary J. Blige, because Mary J. Blige, yes, they worked together, but she wasn't signed to him. All right? So there is a difference. Of the people that were signed to Bad Boy Records, who is still popular and doing things today? And look, arguably, yes, there are still people out here performing and doing things. But who's still doing things at that level? At a Mary J. Blige level? At a Diddy level? Faith? Faith has been tied up with that whole Stevie J situation. Nah, damn. I like Faith Evans. I interviewed her before. She's so likable. So likable. But other than that, who else? Don't say Cassie. Don't say Cassie. And I like Cassie. All of that being said, that you can't discount what Diddy has meant to music, to the culture, especially when it comes to fashion and launching other things. He's become this huge iconic figure in the entertainment business, not just music. So why not have another person that is considered iconic pay tribute to you? And Kanye West, as you know, we reported on so much Kanye West news in the last year because of his breakup with Kim Kardashian, then subsequently divorce. And he was doing all kinds of things and antics on social media. Well, those antics went silent. And there were lots of rumors, oh, he went off to an island and he's, working on himself. He's getting therapy, all kinds of rumors. Yes, he's been seen since then, but he has not been on social media. Well, for the very first time in a very long time, I believe since April, we actually hear from Kanye from his own mouth. And you don't really know it's Kanye, but you know it's Kanye because Kanye, with his usual antics, comes on stage with a stocking, something covering. You can't see it's Kanye, and some shades. But it's his speech, as always. His speech is always really interesting. Before we get to the speech, let me just report to you some of what went down. So according to Yahoo Entertainment News, they said Kanye West had kept a low profile since April. That month, he pulled out of Coachella, as you may recall, with no explanation and less than 2 weeks before his performance. He was also barred from the Grammy Awards, you may recall, because of his disturbing social media antics against his ex-wife, Kim Kardashian, and her new boyfriend, Saturday Night Live star, formerly Pete Davidson. But the controversial hip-hop star was apparently still welcome at the BET Awards, where he showed up to pay tribute to his, quote, brother for his Lifetime Achievement honoree, Sean Diddy Combs. While West's face was obscured by a black stocking mask, mirrored shades, and a pulled low baseball cap, there was no mistaking his identity, especially when he delivered one of his typically lengthy and colorful speeches. So one of the things that he says in this,
I took a little hiatus. I said I want to just declare myself legally dead for a year. Nobody messing me, just I'm just want to be off the grid. And Puff is pretty persistent. But I had to think, bro, it's like people, they get amnesia. I should never have Puff have to ever call more than one time. Any of us in this room, if Puff ever need us, we need to jump and be there. This man is...
He talks about his hiatus from social media and from being in public life. And he says, I took a little hiatus. I said, I just want to declare myself legally dead for a year. Nobody missing me. I just want to be off the grid. He says, Puff is pretty persistent. If Puff ever needs us, we need to jump and be there. This man has been through and has survived a lot of stuff, broke down a lot of doors so we could be standing. I know for me, that I could be here today. When he said that, I mean, Kanye always says things that make me go, And I know some of you are like, damn, I wish I could get a break and be legally dead for a year. And when we say legally dead for a year, we're talking about off the grid. There are plenty of people that are literally a show talking about living off the grid. There are several shows about living off the grid and how people just change their mindset, their mental health from living off the grid. Of course, Kanye always has a very dramatic way of saying that, but this is what he's saying. He wanted to be out of public eye, which made me think of Michael Jackson and how Michael Jackson, at a point, if you look at a lot of the documentaries, if you just look at Michael Jackson's life, how fame really ate at him and how he wasn't able to escape public life the way that some people have done. And that's why I applaud people like Beyonce, who is on that level, that seems to have been able to maintain a public life, but at the same time have her family life. Sidebar, I did see the Azalea Banks things that she's been saying about Beyonce. I refuse to report on Azalea Banks because sometimes I feel it's a mental health situation. Sometimes I feel it's a just trying to get attention situation. I try not to give those things too much attention because I literally saw someone post on Twitter, this is Azalea Banks fighting with Beyonce, and it's just this one person fighting with an empty chair. That's what it feels like. That's what it feels like. This is not pro Beyonce. This is not pro. No, I just girl, back to this. Not only did Kanye talk about this declaring himself legally dead, he also talked about his ex-wife, Kim Kardashian. So as you know, there's been a lot of social media back and forth between Kim Kardashian and Kanye. More so on Kanye's side, but Kim has had to respond a couple of times because of his behavior. Okay? Since then, I don't know what exactly happened. Was it his suspension from Instagram that made Kanye say, you know what, I'm going to get myself together, take a break from this? I told you his antics were just too much. It was too much. And a lot of people were like, how is he getting away with doing this type of bullying on social media? Well, something happened. Someone was able to get through to Kanye, and he's like, you know what? I'm going to pull back. I'm going to do what I need to do to work on myself. I don't know what that includes. I don't know if that includes creating music. I don't know if that includes therapy. Hopefully all of it. But in regards to talking about his wife, Kanye said this.
I go to him for advice to this day. He inspires so many of my choices, so many of my life choices, my wife choices. And here we are. Thanks for that, Puff.
I go to Combs, P. Diddy, for advice to this day. He inspires so many of my choices, so many of my life choices, my wife choices. And here we are. Thanks for that, Puff. People don't give Kanye enough credit for being funny. Kanye has a lot of funny moments. A lot of funny moments. Some intentional, some unintentional. I also find it interesting that he still refers to Kim Kardashian as his wife. Has the divorce not cleared yet? She's been cleared legally single, so technically, yes. I believe they're still figuring out other details to their divorce, but they're both they're both declared legally single. I don't think anyone expected, I'm sure BET expected, that Kanye would be at the BET Awards last night. But you never know what Kanye's going to say. So I'm not shocked that the Grammys were like, yeah, we're not going to take that risk, especially with the whole Will Smith situation that happened right before. Guys, I want to know your thoughts. Did you watch the BET Awards last night? Who had your best performance? What did you think about the tribute to Diddy? Diddy's tribute included, it had Nas, it had Mary J. Blige, it had Busta Rhymes, it had Lil' Kim, it had Faith Evans, it had Jodeci, The Lox, Bryson Tiller, and so many more. So many more. I want to hear your thoughts on everything that I had to say, including Diddy and having no one still part of his current legacy being present in the industry, besides Mary J. Blige. Let's have that conversation below. What did you think about Kanye's speech? Guys, as always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. Thanks for watching.